Alright, boys and girls, this is going to be a little bit different of a video. What you guys are going to be doing is pausing as we move along. I want you to pause. After I say pause, do what you're supposed to do, and then check with mine. So we're going to go step by step. We're going to start with number 1. This is, of course, our review for our mid-mod, which is tomorrow. You're going to draw 2 points, label one point X, other point Y. Go ahead and pause. If you did what I said, then you should have 2 points. They may look different than mine. They might be in different spots, but one should be X and one should be Y. So I'm going to check that off because I did it. The next says draw line XY. See how there's arrows on both sides? Please pause. You should have a straight line between X and Y. You should have used a straight edge, and your arrow should be on both ends because it's a line. Check because I did it. Now it says draw point Z that is not on XY. Pause. You should have point Z, which is not on XY. Remember, I crossed my Z's. And check it off. Now you're going to draw line YZ. Pause. Your Y and Z should be connected. Check it off. Now you're going to draw line XZ. We know it's a line because it has arrows on both sides. Pause. You should have connected X and Z, arrows on both ends because it's a line. Check. Now it wants me to name an acute angle. Acute means less than 90 degrees. And you can use your right angle template to check this, or any folded piece of paper that makes a right angle. This one right here is not an acute angle because my one ray goes out past my right angle. How about this one right here? I line up my vertex on my right angle template with the vertex point. And I find that this angle is indeed a right angle, or an acute angle. So it would be Z, X, Y. Yours may be something different based on how your drawing was. So you need to use your right angle template. And then you write it like this. Angle, Z, X being the vertex because it's in the middle, Y. Then it wants me to name one obtuse angle. It says I may have to draw and label another point. Possibly. I don't have obtuse, but I know I do because I already measured this one. But wait a minute. I don't have any points. Can I add points? Yes, I can. I'm going to name them T for totally awesome teacher and M for Mrs. Barnes. I now have obtuse angle TZM. Again, you can use your right angle template to double check. Vertex to vertex. And look at, obviously that's outside of my right angle, so it's obtuse. That would be angle TZM. Z is the vertex. Angle TZM. All right, let's go to number 2. It's telling us to use our protractor to measure the angle indicated, means shown, by the arc. Classify each angle as right, acute, or obtuse. Explain how you know each angle's classification. Well, that's what I tell you to do anyway. Always figure out whether it's acute, right, or obtuse. Pause while you write down what type of angle it is and how you know. That's 2 steps. What type of angle, how you know. Please do that now. Pause. You should have said it was obtuse, and you know because it is greater than a right angle. I'm sure you all wrote a beautiful answer statement with a capital and a period. Pause if you didn't and fix it. Now remember, when we use our protractor to actually measure it, because it wants us to measure it, we look at our vertex of our two lines that make perpendicular lines, and we put that vertex on this vertex. I'm going to make my vertex a little bit bigger so I can see it. And I'm going to measure. Remember, it's obtuse. So think about what type of degrees that would be. Pause. If you lined yours up correctly, your perpendicular lines on your vertex, the end of your ray is on the 0 mark. My line or ray touch 120 or 60. Since it's obtuse, we know it's 120. Go ahead and flip the page and do the same thing. You must measure, don't guess. Step 1, what kind of an angle is it? 2, how do you know? And then what's the measurement? Pause. Please do all 3 steps. I had to extend my lines for this one. So when I put my protractor down, it shows 90 degrees. So I was correct in saying it was a right angle. Oh, not 90%. It was a right angle